would have done differently?
Shut the camera off. I'll give you a super honest answer.
It's Sunday, August 11th, 1991. You're getting tired of seeing the same candy-coated cartoon design to sell figures and t-shirts like Care Bears and G.I. Joe? What about old reruns of Hanna-Barbera shows featuring bears with picnic baskets and cavemen foot-pedaling stone cars? You don't know what you want, but you turn the TV to Nickelodeon, and they say you need a good dose of insanity and madness drawn with grandiloquence and phantasmagoric wonder. It draws inspiration from Bob Clampett's style of 1940s animation, throws it in a blender, and gives you something hilarious and disgusting with animation you could never reproduce. This is the story of Ren and Stimpy. Happy Happy Joy Joy, the Ren and Stimpy story is a documentary revealing as many sides of the iconic story behind the creation and termination of one of television's greatest achievements. These characters are 100% formed and drawn with their emotions in mind. Whatever they are feeling, the animators start there. A small note of disclosure, I am a huge fan of Ren and Stimpy. I went with my sister to New York Comic Con 2019 and got Bob Camp's signature on 4 separate drawings. You know what Bob said right before this picture? He told us to say shit as the camera clicked. That's right, we're all screaming shit. And whenever I look at this photo, I gotta say, it worked. It's a pretty funny way to smile. But I expect that from the emotive wizardry of Bob Camp. I love you, man. If you don't know who Bob Camp is, you can find out in this documentary, but to really know someone is to see them through their work. So please, check out the show. I'll be right here behind the pause button. Here's what I want to say first and foremost. The creative talent at Spumco and Gaines Animation are incredibly hardworking, brilliant, talented, inspirational icons. I have immense respect for the labor and sacrifices in getting this show up and running. I've never seen a more hardworking batch of artists under one roof. When you're witnessing this, it's like witnessing a small basket of independent thinkers giving their all because each stage of each episode depends on them and them alone. They got everyone to appear in this. When you have a documentary about a band that's broken up, everyone's in. Except the one that got ousted. They managed to get everyone to share their stories and in spades. Happy Happy Joy Joy, or as I'll call it, Happy, is an in-depth look at the struggles of being around and working with animators and creators, and spends a lot of time around the storm's force that is John Kricfalusi, the creator of the show. His turbulent and torrid upbringing brought about the inspiration behind the style and the humor of the show, but the caveat was that his team and the network had to refine his rawness of vision to create something that was relatable and digestible for kids and adults. All of this on a simple cable channel initially meant for kids. The latter half of the movie goes deeper into many problems John Kay, as he's oft called, got into with younger women who wanted to work with him, and his inclination to go past just risque innuendos into what would be called animated pornography in many circles. A documentary is meant to be factual. I don't think the directors were here to expose anyone. They got as much detail from everyone so they could composite enough testimony all at once. That's what you gotta do. I believe these individuals are laying down their reputation, their friendships, their own truth to give you a story that they may regret telling while it's being told. I don't know what compels them to be so forthcoming, but it seems that since this show is now 25 years old and they all, or mostly, haven't worked together, there is nothing to lose at this point. The topics are life-spanning, the answers fearless. I give it up to the interviewees for making this film work. Without their openness, I think this would simply be another puff piece about the good old days of the 90s. The real light in a story like this is showing how rare it is in life to assemble talent and timing together. I got everything I wanted out of it. I did. I'll admit, I had a lot of questions about what happened during the production, and in short, everyone fessed up as much as they could. I think if I was on the team and I saw this documentary, I would be more empathetic to a coworker I treated badly or had a falling out with. But to those that were wronged, I understand their desire to remain out of contact forever. It's a hard lifetime of burn. The pacing of the story, from character and creator origins to production all the way to termination and the aftermath, was told by the very people who made it happen. No David Attenborough to hold your hand with British narration. You're at the bar listening to them spill the beans as you both down a shot of top shelf bourbon. It's sometimes hard to swallow, but once the story hits the bottom, you feel the same burn they do. If you saw Happy Happy Joy Joy or are in the midst of seeing it, please leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this review or how you are enjoying it. Join our Discord in the link below. Discord is our universal chat room for all things on the channel. Thank you. Enjoy the show.